I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Imagine, first date with a man. You hit it off. Great energy. Date runs long. And you have a graduation party to get to. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, you want to come with me to my homegirl's graduation party? He's like, okay, yeah, sure. But I don't want to show up empty-handed, so we stop at the Target. Another green flag, because we've been hitting it off. Okay, great. We stop at Target. He gets her a card. We go to the graduation party. I introduce him to my friend. Cool. We go to my car. We're getting into my car. He's saying like, oh yeah, can you drop me off at the mall? Da-da-da-da, like whatever. Fine, because he allegedly Ubered an hour to get to me. Because he lives far out, not in the city. This man gets in my car. All of a sudden, a woman comes up out of the blue. I don't know where this woman was. She comes up and she yanks open my passenger side door. She's like, what the F are you doing? Get up. Come with me right now. Come with me right now. Get up. Get up. You're coming with me. At first, I thought she was joking. And at first, I thought it was like she saw him from afar, thought he was fine. Came into the car, was like, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. Because he was just like, chill, chill, chill. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Like, he's fine. Okay, period, sis. But, like, not too much. But then she gets rowdy. She's like, get out the car. Get out the car. And yanks this full-grown size man and yanks him out the car. So I'm like, oh, y'all know each other. Takes him out the car. Bella, my car, is here. Her car is here. I'm T-boned in. I cannot move. There's a car in front of me. So all I can do is sit and look in my rear view at her beating. Just beating his ass. Just beating his ass. And I'm like...
First off, once again, like you see this, how for women, it's okay for women to put hands on men right there, right? She's joking about it, just beating his ass. But let it be a man, right? Let it, you know what I'm saying? I told you, it's just, hey.
I turn my music down so I can hear what's being said. I can't hear nothing, but just it's going. And I'm like, what the heck? I didn't have the word, like I didn't have the words that happened so fast, and I cannot move. So I'm sitting here, waiting for her to finish his beating. Finally, they start to back up. They pull up beside me. I'm looking like this. And he goes. And they drive off. And I just didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Because clearly that's your girl. We talked about cheating. We talked about red flags. We talked about green flags. He had passed a lot of... Like, he had a good head on his shoulders, I thought. We talked about cheating in 30 minutes. We talked about emotional versus physical cheating. And she picked him up and yanked him out of the passenger side. And they drove off, and then he texted me, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm coping. I'm done with men. Especially light skins. I
can't. Yo, this, like Kevin Samuel said, there's always women. You can always, there's so many things for girls to you know, help each other out with. You know what I'm saying? There's girls' nights out. You know, there's you'll be all right. She'll be all right. Sis. Here's another situation about it, man. I failed to mention this in the previous video, but this is one of the things, like, black women celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels. And I said this years ago. I was like, look, y'all should have celebrated Kevin Samuels was here. All he was doing was, saying some things that were harsh to y'all ears, right? But he was putting a mirror up to you guys, and he was helping you. He would say the bad things, and then he will help you out. So much more than he was helping men out, right? So much more than he was actually helping out men. And so, now that he's gone, the hard part is being able to use your words to articulate a concept, to articulate very complex concepts that exist in our social structure, especially when it comes to dating. The easy thing to do is to cheat, to lie, and to put your hands on people. That's the easy part. Now that we got that guy gone, this is what you're left with. A lot of people, a lot of men who don't have a leader, a lot of people, this is what you're left with. Not to mention, one of the things that Kevin Samuel said was, ladies, you all want the same kind of guy, you're gonna have to share. You gonna have to share. You just gonna have to share. That's what it is. You are going to have to share. So that's what you're looking for. You look for a particular type of dude, right? You're gonna have to share. Because every girl's looking for that same kind of guy. I had a similar situation, right? I had a girl. Obviously, I was dating a chick for a long time, and we just weren't sexually compatible. And I was just telling her, I need this, I need that, It wasn't getting answered. So I had this girl come over, and you know, start doing the thing. Girl come to my place. I had the window open. Unfortunately, I should have been having the window open. She came to the door. I shouldn't have opened the door either, but she knew I was there. So, and I stood there just shocked. I couldn't believe it. She left off crying and stuff, and it was a bad situation. I still feel terrible to this day about it, man. And I know my karma is coming, and that's what it is. I'm probably experiencing it right now, from what happened for sure. And I feel bad for that situation. But that it's kind of like what it is. Here's another thing about it too. Ladies want to talk about, oh, we talked about this, we talked about that. When you're a guy who girls like, you learn how to, and even if girls don't like you all the way, right? Like, cause I feel like I'm a fairly attractive guy, but I'm not like a 10. I know I'm not like a fucking 10, right? I'm not the hottest thing on the block. Girls ain't flocking to me like that. I get a decent amount of girls. Like when I go out in public, girls will tell me I'm attractive, right? I've learned if someone like me can learn how to talk a girl into sleeping with me on the first night, what makes you think having a conversation that she said about cheating and stuff like that, that other guys aren't doing that other guys aren't better? If I can do it, I know there are other guys that are 25 times better at talking the panties off of a girl, making them believe in him. You know what I'm saying? And so once again, this goes back. You want the same kind of guys, you're gonna have to share. You're gonna have to share. Girls don't want to listen to it. So now she's crying. She says she's done with men. My girl, right, the girl I was dating for 5 years, she told me, she's like, I cannot believe how many of my girlfriends, 30 up, 25 to 35, have never experienced the romance you and I have. And I said, why are you so surprised in that? She said, because they're so attractive. What kind of guys are they going for? They're all going for the same type of guys. And then they get mad because they're not getting what they wanted. This is what it is. And here's the situation behind it. Men, if you are going to start dating these girls now that are finally trying to change up their dating preferences, you're going to get left with so much more baggage than what the guys that they slept with on the first night with. And that's where it's just a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation, right? On your end as a guy, you can get the milk without buying the cow, because so many other men are out there doing it. And so if you are not her first choice, if you are her third or fourth or fifth choice because she's not getting the luck that she has with the other guys that she originally wanted, you are her fifth choice, and now she's giving you the time of day, you better believe she's not giving you the all that she gave to other guys. And you are expected to put even more to get the same that these other guys got for much less. And that's where it's just a bad situation. So this Kiana Nicole chick, man, you know what I'm saying? Now, any other guy that's going to come and try to date her is going to have to go through so many more hoops and loops and stuff like that. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Me personally, and it's so rare. It's so rare and it's so hard to find, and that's why I'm going to have to release a video of me talking about how I feel like I've ruined my first potential wife, right? The girl that I was dating, she had maybe 2 bodies before me. She says 1, right? Now they say you're supposed to add 3 or 5 bodies, something like that. But I know for sure she only had 1, maybe 2. She slept with maybe 2 guys before me. Not having all those bodies really makes a difference, you guys. It's not simply just about the bodies, but it's about what comes with it. All that trauma, all of that baggage that she's had to have dealt with. You know what I'm saying? That stuff really plays a major factor into, like the relationship that you build. And so You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ladies, y'all don't have to share. You don't want to share? I mean, Adam and Eve is throwing a sale on them roses, right? Adam and Eve is doing a sale on the roses, and uh, for luckily for girls, it's not taboo and it's not looked upon to become a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? You can always, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, you got to pick what's out there. You know, it is what it is. You didn't want to listen to when people give you advice. This is what happens. When people really try to give you some good advice, when people tell you, you know, no, you don't tell me what to do in my life. You don't want to know. All right. You're a grown woman. You can do what you want. Keep going for the guys you want to go after. If you don't like guys no more, then fuck it. Go somewhere else.